I'm reading the crowd and deciding in the moment, and then pulling in their requests whenever they're appropriate to pull them in.
Okay, I find this fascinating because I'm usually in the crowd on the dance floor. First one on the dance floor. Everyone knows this. Tell me, what is it that you're specifically looking at in a crowd in that moment to kind of figure out what to play next?
You know, what I tend to do a lot is
Welcome to the Behind the Screens podcast. I'm Kate, and today we're sitting down with Anthony Perrone, co-founder of Naked Soul Band. In this episode, we're talking about what it takes to build a band that goes beyond the music, from creating unforgettable live experiences to building a brand that connects with audiences on and off the stage. We'll dive into the creative process, the business side of music, and what goes into keeping that energy alive show after show. Let's get into it.
I am so happy to have Anthony Perrone from Naked Soul Band. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Congratulations on your Best of Westchester win.
Thank you so much.
And how many is it for you now?
It's 12 consecutive wins.
Wow.
This year, yeah.
And I heard a little kind of story about how the category changed slightly.
Yeah, I think for a while they were calling it just live band, but it was still under the weddings section. And then they eventually, a couple of years ago, it switched to wedding band.
Okay.
Still under the weddings category. It's pretty much the same thing, but they refer to it in a different way.
Gotcha. And if people aren't familiar with the band, tell me a little bit. How would you describe your band?
It's a dance band. It's a general categorization
it's my
of a
favorite
band
kind of band.
Yeah. Well, the dance band refers to the larger bands that do a wide range of music. So we can't call ourselves something more specific than that because it wouldn't be, accurate. We do everything from jazz to funk to rock to modern pop, EDM, soul, R&B, everything.
I love it. And how long ago did you guys get started with the band?
It's longer than I probably want to
admit.
It's probably 20-something years now.
Okay.
The band formed about 20-something years ago. We were, at first, my brother and I put the band together. My brother, who's my co-band leader and partner. We put the band together because we had been, at that point in time, we had been studio musicians for a while. And we started out really young doing private events as teenagers. We were DJs. We used to DJ behind like an older DJ, and he would alternate with me and my brother. So we started out on events really early on. Then we went into the studio world as writers and producers. We eventually put this band together for fun, but as soon as we started performing out at nightclubs and bars, people started asking us to perform at their parties and weddings. So we started doing private events, and we were like, might as well just go into the event industry because everything was going well.
Isn't that how, it's usually something that you're doing for fun that usually kind of sparks something.
Exactly. So the band's, we've gone through some changes over the years as far as personnel because we've been together for over 20 years, but almost half the band or about half the band is still original members.
And it's a pretty big band,
Yeah, there's 10 of us.
10 of you. Wow. That's incredible. And how many events do you think you've covered in 20 years?
Oh. I would, at first you would think hundreds, but it's probably a lot more than that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite venue in Westchester that you love playing? Like the acoustics are just fantastic.
This is a great venue here at the Glen Island Harbor Club. I prefer the upstairs room as preferred to the downstairs room for acoustics. But this is a great venue. Les Chateaux in South Salem is a great venue. We're there all the time. That's one of my favorite venues too. But, Westchester is great. We venture outside of Westchester, but we started in Westchester because my brother and I are both originally from Westchester and still reside in Westchester County.
Oh, where did you guys grow up?
We grew up in Yonkers.
Ah, that's where I live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm a YO girl.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I live in Yonkers.
We're old school YO boys.
Ah, see? I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So you guys started performing here, I think in 2019, right? And that was because you appeared on the cover.
Yeah, we appeared on the cover in 2019. We were approached by the creative director at the time that was here. He reached out to us and he asked me and Tom if we'd be interested, and we're like, hell yeah.
That's awesome.
So
please tell me you have that framed somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sure. That was a great cover.
Thank you.
A lot of energy to that cover.
Yeah, we really enjoyed the whole process, and Bob liked working with us. we planned it out with him together. Like, so a cover like that, I don't think would come together if you didn't really think about it ahead of time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So we coordinated the clothing and the color theme. Once we realized we were going to be at Dramatic Hall in Peekskill, and we knew that we were going to be against that beautiful red curtain, we started, deciding on the color theme for the shoot together with Bob. And we came up with black and gold and red.
So fun.
And came out really nice.
And you're performing today.
Yes, we're performing in the Terrace Room.
In the Terrace Room. So tell me a little bit about how a playlist comes together for an event like this, where you don't have a client that might be dictating their favorite songs.
So that's the fun part of it, is we get to just do what we want.
Yeah.
Whereas at a lot of our events, we are keeping the preferences of the clients in mind, whether it's a corporate, we do a lot of corporate events now too. So whether it's corporate events or weddings, the clients tend to have, their preferences. But for this, it's fun because we get to do what we want, and I usually create that together with my brother Tom. And we come up with, so at a typical event, like a wedding, we would not come up with a playlist or a song list of any kind. All we know is what the bride and groom want to hear, their preferences. Of course, we know the first dance, the parent dances. Yeah. But other than that, I'm reading the crowd and deciding in the moment, and then pulling in their requests whenever they're appropriate to pull them in.
Okay, I find this fascinating because I'm usually in the crowd on the dance floor. First one on the dance floor. Everyone knows this. Tell me, what is it that you're specifically looking at in a crowd in that moment to kind of figure out what to play next?
What I tend to do a lot is because we're usually, nowadays, the brides and grooms do a lot of their ceremonies on site. So as soon as I get an opportunity to, because I always show up early and set up early, I'll change and I'll start walking around. And I watch the crowd during the ceremony. I watch them during the cocktail hour a little bit. So just to try to get a vibe, and I base it on, the age group as well as different culture backgrounds. After a while, there are certain themes, that you can count on with certain groups of people, but sometimes you're wrong. So you have to be ready to flip in the moment. Yeah. So that's what we do. I watch them. Then once they're on the dance floor, I can just tell the way they react to different styles of music, what's going to work. It doesn't take me too long to get a good feel. Is
there a song that is like a tried and true song that you're like, I play this, I know this is going to make everyone dance?
There are a few. I would say probably for classic, one of my favorites for getting people on the dance floor, it works every single time, is Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Oh, yes.
People tend to really react to that one. They feel that one. It's a lot of time, what I like to do is start off with the classics for the most part, because it's like comfort food to people.
And is there an artist right now that you're, learning perhaps a new song or, really inspired by?
We have our inspiration comes from so many different artists, because it's a very diverse band. That's pretty much what we're known for, is our diversity. I would say the current artists that are really hitting the mark with our audience is like Bruno Mars still. Okay. Like APT is huge right now. People are going crazy for that. Chapel Roan. People are really
Pink Pony
reacting.
Club, babe.
Yeah. I mean, and it's such a fun song to play too.
It's my 3-year-old's favorite song.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah. I'm like, don't sing that too much outside of, the car.
Right. Yeah.
It's a great song.
Yeah,
Is there, and that's great, because I know you're probably dictating song choice based on, who you're playing to. But for you personally, is there someone that's, always someone you pop into the car and you're singing along to that you really are enjoying?
I have such a wide range of musical favorites. Mostly it's soul-influenced music of any kind. So in other words, soulful rock and roll, soulful pop, R&B. So I'm pretty much like a soul and groove-based person.
Yeah. And with participating in an event like this, what does that mean to you and the band?
We love the recognition, especially me and my brother, because we're the band is from all over, and we play all over now. We started out in Westchester County, and my brother and I consider Westchester our base. We still live in Westchester, so our business is technically based in Westchester County. So for me and Tom, it means a lot, being lifelong residents of Westchester County. And, I remember the magazine from when I'm really young.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the Bible of the county.
It really is.
And I always loved, getting it and going through it and seeing all especially as a young entrepreneur, seeing all the different businesses and, keeping track of what was going on in the county. So, in addition to the band, my brother and I created an entertainment company to represent the band, and then all the other things people were asking us for. Because when we started doing private events, they started asking us for like strings, quartets for their ceremonies, DJs for their after party. So we have Perrone Brothers Entertainment, which is the company that's like the umbrella company.
I love that.
Yeah.
And do you get a chance to kind of hang out at the party at all, or are you just people start coming in and you're playing?
That's one of the reasons that I come early to set up. So we try to get set up as early as we can, and then all the vendors are usually here early because they're setting up too. So then we'll walk the whole venue to see the people that we know, introduce ourselves to new people. That's part of the fun of the event too, is meeting all the other business owners, especially the people that are in the event industry, because there are a lot of event industry people here. Yeah, so then we make sure we build in a break in the middle, so that we can all enjoy the party a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just play, some music on the system so that the energy doesn't leave the room.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, congratulations
Thank
again.
you so much.
I'm so glad you popped in and
Thank
chatted.
you. It's good to see you,
So
Kate.
good to see you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap on today's episode of the Behind the Screens podcast. Thank you to Anthony Perrone for the thoughtful conversation and for giving us a chance to get to know Naked Soul Band beyond the stage. Plenty more great conversations ahead. Make sure to find us on your favorite podcast platforms.